Yeah, Basel YouTube, 6 Foot Hex here. Have for you guys today something pretty awesome that happened yesterday on Saturday. And for those of you who want to see Wi-Fi, I will be uploading a Wi-Fi battle on Monday, guys, so don't worry about that. But this was a huge draft league thing that happened that was hosted by the Token Minorities. His, them, theirs, they, just him. The channel will be down in the description because I don't know if it's one person or if it's a lot of people. I don't know. I've never asked. This whole big thing happened, and there was pool matches where I was in a group with 4 other people and we had to battle each other, which is what these uploads are. And then from there we moved on to like the actual rounds, and unfortunately lost round 2. My opponent literally had the 3 biggest things that just absolutely destroy my draft, and you guys will kind of see that in the initial like pool battles that are going on. So yeah, unfortunately did lose round 1, but had some really good pool matches nonetheless, and I think there's like a summer showdown thing going on too, so I'm hoping to do good in that if it comes around and get a little further past round 1. But yeah, either way, if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to hammer that like button down below to answer I don't know if this is going to be a question of the day, because I just kind of want to know what you guys think about what I drafted. I don't know if I'll be breaking this up into 2 separate videos, which if I do break it up into 2 separate videos, that's just because I don't want this to be like over an hour long or like 50 to like 45 minutes long. So it may be 2 separate uploads. So this next upload will the next part will go up later is what I'm trying to say. I don't know why I can't speak. Like, my phone turned on, and that's probably Laura sending me a Snapchat, so like I drew a blank for a second. But yeah, anyways, this is probably going to be the team building video, and then the first matchup, and then the second upload is going to be battle the rest of the battles, because unfortunately the 5th person didn't show up, so we all got a bye. So technically I only did 3 battles. Either way, still 3 pretty decent matchups. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I drafted. So the first mon I drafted is a pretty cool Pokemon, Jirachi here, which is something I've always really wanted to try out in draft league format, so really happy I got that. This is also something I've been wanting to use for a very long time now. Also, another cool thing about this is that during the initial drafting of this, where I was with 9 other people, funny enough, I got the 8 exact Pokemon I wanted, which I thought was pretty cool, because this is, I think, the only and first time that I've never been sniped. So that's kind of nice. And yeah, overall I like my draft. But yeah, first off we got Jose the Jirachi here, which is pretty cool. Jirachi has a lot of awesome utility sets, can run so many utility moves, has so many great coverage moves as well. Scarf, Banded, Mixed, you name it, Jirachi can do it, which is why it's probably one of the best, at least like top 5 best draft league Pokemon. Next off we have Tapu Fini, which I was really happy I got this. I was number 8, I think, out of 10 people. So the fact I got Jirachi in itself, which that was really cool already, because it's Jirachi. Like, I got it at number 8. That's crazy. So then coming back around, I was luckily able to get Tapu Fini, which pairs up really well with Jirachi, just because it is a fairy type, and a steel fairy core is really cool. Not to mention Tapu Fini is also something else I've been really wanting to try out, because Tapu Fini is kind of interesting. I feel Fini is a lot better in draft format than it is in like singles play in OU, for example. So that's actually one huge reason I wanted to try it out, because even though it doesn't have any form of good recovery, it can still be really bulky, and because we have Jirachi to pass off wishes, this thing could definitely be around for a very long time. And moving on, we have Salamence, aka Soltera here. Also, another cool thing about Fini is that Nature's Madness is really nice to just kind of break things down. And then it also gets Calm Mind. Taunt is nice, Defog is nice, Dual Screens are nice as well. So I'm hoping that Fini puts in work. But yeah, we have Salamence here, which is another really cool mon. I debated on whether or not I wanted to get Charizard X. In hindsight, maybe I should have got Mega Charizard X, because that could have been a little bit better overall for the team, because spoilers, I don't get a fire type. But we do likely have a dragon type in Salamence, which is really cool, because this is also my Z move mon, because we all got 1 Z move mon out of our 8 mons. And Ment is another one of those Pokemon that can just run so many different sets, mixed, special, physical, defensive, especially defensive. It also gets access to Wish, which, spoilers, I get to bring in one battle, so that was really cool. But yeah, Mance can be a sweeper, it can just be a bulky mon, it can also just nuke things with Draco Meteor. Has a really great special move pool. It even gets Hydro Pump, which is awesome. Really hoping I can use that, but this thing can be a devastating Dragon Dance sweeper. Also gets Tailwind, which is kind of cool. But yeah, Mance overall really awesome. Moving on to our fourth pick, we got Horsepower. Horsepower. Ooh, I'm flexing, but you can't see it. We got Horsepower. Shouts out to everybody who followed my UCL Season 2 run, because you guys will know Terrakion was an absolute monster, man. Terrakion definitely put the team on his back in a couple matchups. This thing can be banded, scarfed, rock polished, swords dance, life formed. This thing is just hitting stupidly hard with Stone Edge and close combat. Gets access to rocks, which is really awesome. Quick attack, which is pretty cool on a banded set. Taunt, which is awesome to be like in anti-lead. And just, yeah, Terrakion is kind of one-dimensional, but it does it so well that it doesn't really matter. Your opponent just kind of has to deal with it, if that makes sense. Terrakion is just really awesome in general. Moving on, shouts out again to the people who followed UCL Season 2. We got good old Shaman here, Evergreen, making her return. Absolutely love Shaman. The cool thing about Shaman is that it can also run a potential Swords Dance set. So that may be something I can potentially bring, which is pretty cool. Leech Seed is really nice on Shaman. Seed Flare is an amazing spammable move, just because if you lower Spadefs, then your opponent's going to be forced out, or you just pick up extra KOs that you might have not got otherwise. Also, Spec Shaman is something I kind of want to bring. Also gets Energy Ball, Dazzling Gleam, and Earth Power, which is kind of cool. Next off, we have another UCL Season 2 member, Crocodile here, which Crocodile is pretty cool. I like what Crocodile can do. It's another Stealth Rocker, which is really awesome. A Dark and a Ground type to stop those potential Volt switching Pokemon, which is really good. Also has some pretty nice natural bulk. If I wanted to, could also run Moxie. Gets access to Dragon Tail, nice Fire Fang for Scizors. Knockoff is an amazing move. Pursuit is good to trap things. Earthquake is good. Stab, Superpower is nice. Taunt is nice. Even access to Toxic is nice if I want to run a bulky set. And then moving on to the final two team members, as you can see here, we got Juliet the Jolteon, which is a great fast, speedy special attacker, which is what I exactly wanted, because this helps me with speed tiers. Also being able to gain momentum with Volt Switch. Potentially like Charge Beam, Baton Pass would be pretty cool if I wanted to try that. Agility, Baton Pass even. And then Dual Screens is really cool too. And then finally off, we have Samantha the Scolipede. For those of you who follow the CCLD League, which did end yesterday, you guys will know Jolteon and Scolipede here. But yeah, Scolipede's really cool because it gets Baton Pass with Speed Boost. You can't Baton Pass SD plus Speed Boost, but you can Baton Pass just regular Speed Boost. Then get Spikes and T-Spikes, which is really cool too. Can be a great late game sweeper, or just hit hard with Mega Horn, Poison Jab, or just be a great anti-lead with Spikes and T-Spikes. And just overall, I think Scolipede was pretty cool. But yeah, guys, that is the initial team. That is my March Madness team. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the battle. Alright guys, so I'm going to be showing the teams before the matchups. The only reason why I'm not showing it for this match is because I changed most of the sets on this team to the round 1 opponent that I had after pools. So I don't remember everything, but I'm pretty sure Jirachi had no defensive E's and was Spadef bulky. Crocodile had enough speed to outspeed Mamoswine, so did Jirachi. Terrakion's banded. Scolipede is Spikes with Mega Horn, Protect, and Poison Jab. Jolteon is HP Flying with Expert Build. Also, shouts out to my boys Inert Fury and Maddie Brolic for helping me build. And then we have Tapu Fini, which I think was just defensive, with like Nature's Madness and Taunt and something along those lines. But for the first match, we have a really tough matchup just because Mega Venusaur plus Tornadus is really hard for my team to deal with. And then my opponent has Dragon Dance Haxorus, which could potentially just drop me on my neck. His other two Mon that he didn't bring were Heatran and Keldeo. I thought that he would bring Heatran over Togekiss. If anything, I really felt like Togekiss didn't have a good matchup in this game. Bandit Terrakion though. Bandit Terrakion literally just wrecks him. Unfortunately though, Mamoswine can switch into that potentially, or live a Stone Edge, I think. Or there's always the possibility of a miss. Actually, no. Bandit Stone Edge knocks out Mamoswine. What am I talking about? Mamoswine, although, is a really, really huge threat to my team, just as Terrakion is a really huge threat to his team. Mew, depending on the set it is, could be a problem. Yes, Mew can have the Munium Z, so that's definitely something I'm going to have to watch out for. Dragon Dance Haxorus, again, is kind of scary. Togekiss is most likely going to have Defog, so gotta watch out for that, just because I don't think like Thunder Wave Air Slash really works against us. And then Mega Venusaur is just going to be stupidly fat, and I hate facing Mega Venusaur. Would love to use it in Draft League, but hate facing it. So let's go ahead and get this matchup started. So he's going to be leading off with the Venusaur, as I'm going to be leading off with my Tapu Fini. Right off the bat, I'm going to switch directly into my switch-in, which is my Jirachi, as he's going to end up going for the Leech Seed, which is fine by me, just because I can just go for the Wish here. Yeah, Leech Seed on Mega Venusaur is actually really, really annoying. As I go for the Wish into my Crocodile, he's going to reveal to have the Ice Beam on the Mew, which luckily he's not offensive, judging for how much damage that did, as I will be able to fire off my Stealth Rocks, which are going to be nice in this matchup, as I then knock off on the Togekiss. And I did expect him to want to go for the Defog. There was really no reason for me to switch. I could have potentially switched into Jolteon, but the problem with that is that I always invite Mamoswine to just come in and literally get a KO against whatever I want to switch in against it. So I went for the knockoff there, as I'm going to try and get a Brox here. He crits me, and this really, really sucks. There's still the good chance I can pass off a Wish to Crocodile, but just having to take that extra unnecessary damage is really, really bad for me, because Crocodile would have been a nice little pivot mon for the Mew and the Venusaur, especially if I was able to pass off a Wish, because then I could chew a hit and then regain my HP back with the Wish, and now I can't do that. So he gets off a huge hit with Dazzling Gleam, as I'm forced to switch out here, and of course he's going to go for the Defog, because he literally has no reason to not go for it, as I believe I do go for the taunt here, expecting him to maybe want to stay in. He could have also switched out. I thought that maybe he wanted to bring in Mew to try and get up his own Stealth Rocks. In hindsight, definitely should have gone for the Nature's Madness. That would have been nice to kind of wear down Mega Venusaur, as we're both going to pull out here. He switches into Tornadus as I bring in Jirachi. I'm very positive he's going to go for the knockoff, so I'm just going to go for the Wish. As he goes for the U-turn, I will be able to go for the Body Slam. Could have gone for the Iron Head. I don't really think that would have changed too much, as I can stay in here and I can maybe beat this Mew 1v1. If anything, I can just really wear him down and then try and get a free switch, or try to pass off a Wish to my Crocodile, as I'm just going to go for the Iron Head here. Maybe he was going for the Ice Beam there, but no, he actually ends up going for the Roost. This could have been the turn I switched into Crocodile, but I really felt like it was a little bit too risky at this point. Rachi can definitely just be comfortable in here, trying to wear down this Mew, maybe waste a couple of Roosts, and I'm going to be able to go for the Wish again, as he gets a Spadef drop, and this sucks, because now Shadow Ball is going to be doing even more damage. So thinking he may want to go for Shadow Ball, I try to bring in my Crook, and he Ice Beams me, and that honestly is probably the battle. There's just nothing I can do here. And then I lose my Scolipede because I thought he would switch. Yeah, that was just 3 really, really unlucky turns for me. This match is maybe salvageable, because Terrakion still puts in a lot of work. But there's just, I don't know, man. Tornadus can come in. Mamoswine, I think, lives a Stone Edge after Spikes too. If I can get a little lucky with Stone Edge, maybe crit or something, that'd be really great. As I believe I go for the Nature's Madness here, as he does end up bringing in the Venusaur. I thought about switching here directly into my Jirachi, In hindsight, maybe could have done that instead, but I don't know how good that would have been for me, to be honest. Either way though, I'm just gonna Nature's Madness here, as he's gonna end up going for the Roost. That's fine, because there's not really much that I can do at this point, as I switch into my Terrakion here, because I was pretty positive he would either defog or go for the Roost. And now I click Stone Edge and I OHKO something, or I 2 KO something, and I miss Stone Edge. Then I take this damage from Dazzling Gleam. That damage is kind of crucial, maybe, I don't know, it depends honestly, because it could have meant I could have taken a Giga Drain from Venusaur and then knocked them out with Stone Edge. It meant I could have taken a Psychic from Mew potentially. It also means that I could have lived a Mamoswine's Ice Beam, not Ice Beam, but Ice Shard, without taking that damage. Tornadus might have not been able to knock me out depending on his EV spread and HP investment. But yeah, missed Stone Edge, and now the match is definitely over. There's really nothing I can do. If I can maybe crit this Mew, or if I can get a high enough damage roll depending on the spread, I might have a chance. Just maybe, because then at that point the match is 4-4. He's down 2 Pokemon. Mamoswine is kind of scary, but Terrakion still puts in a lot of work. That is not the case though, and he lives as I bring in Jirachi. Could have gone for the Wish. Iron Heading I think was definitely my better play. Again, if I brought in Jolteon, he just brought in Mamoswine. And then in comes the Haxorus, and that is basically going to be the battle. There's nothing more to it. My own mascot just kind of wrecks me there at the end. But yeah, I did get really unlucky with Hax there. I really felt like that was kind of game changing. But I mean, it's Pokemon, it is what it is, and if I lose again, or if I lose my next 2 battles, I don't get to make it out of pools, and then even if I win my next battles, it could all come down to differential. So we're gonna see how things go. And if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to hammer that like button down below. The next couple matches are going to be uploaded probably like an hour or so after this, so you guys can have time to watch this. And yeah, those 2 battles though, those 2 battles are pretty good, I think. So with that being said, guys, check out the 2 videos on the end screen, because you can also watch those before you wait for the other 2 videos to be uploaded. Or if they're uploaded, then check those out. Actually, no, the other 2 battles, because it's going to be one video. Yeah, anyways, check out the 2 battles. Later, guys.
Cause my brain and heart are both tied in the knot, and this hinders me from crying a lot. This causing me to show no emotion. But when I said I cared, I wasn't joking. But I guess it's too late for me to become broken. For now, I'm living with no more pain, tears, or hoping. I'm just coasting. Yeah, I said I'm coasting. No more pain, tears, and hoping. For real.